I'm Basia Sokolowska, taking you through my creative alphabet. T for the terror of being alive. It's the title of my tribute to Louise Bourgeois. As we know, Louise Bourgeois worked in her art using her emotions, her fears, her anxiety, that were connected with the memories of her childhood, but also her adult life. And I think that the instincts of fear and fight, the flight or fight instincts, were at the basis of her creative process and her artistic output. They seem to be an axis around which she spun a web of her installations and drawings and sculptures and textiles. So I wanted to use or show these two instincts which I found so powerful in Louise Bourgeois' work, but not only hers, also as all strong emotions, they power creativity and art. I am also an artist who uses their anxiety or emotions in relation to certain events of my life or people or situations to use them in my art. So the problem was that I didn't really want to talk about these two instincts in an abstract way. I wanted my body of work to have something to do with Louise Bourgeois art. But I really wanted to show the fight or flight instincts at play at a very, very basic level. So what I did, I resorted to the kingdom of plants, as I usually do, and came up with very apt heroes. That is the pieces of the tomato calyx. They have this kind of spider-like quality. They very insect-like in their structure, in their anatomy, and I thought that they are also a nice connection with the figure of spider that Louise Bourgeois often used in her art. For example, in the huge spider forms that she made and titled Maman, that represented her mother. I use them in a slightly different way. And making this project was quite a journey in terms of exploring different media, because photography, which I envisaged as the medium in which I will keep all tributes of the homage project, turned out to be lacking something sort of dynamic. It was very dissatisfying for me just to take photographs of the two calyx warriors fighting and running away, and it seemed a little bit static. So I also did drawings as portraits of the warriors, of the fighters, but that kind of did not convey what I wanted to, because I wasn't after the heroes, the portraits. I wanted more of an action, to show a way in which these instincts of fear and aggression play themselves out in time. So what I finally came up with was an animation of the tomato calyx fights, including escapes and attacks and injuries and death as well. And I think that was the most satisfying result of the whole project. I showed it in 2015 in Wozownia Art Gallery in Toruń for the first time. And when I looked at it, I showed all three media. I showed drawings, and I showed some photographs, and I showed the animation, which was projected on the floor. So we looked at the fight from above. Um, and I found that the animation became the sort of like leading element of the whole project, because as I said, it conveyed the dynamics of the whole flight or fight phenomenon.